I'm actually a really simple person. I'm a complete introvert. As much as I speak out in public and so on, I draw my energy from within myself. So I like being by myself a lot. I'm a total homebody. When I hang out, I like to hang out with just a couple of people. I've got a daughter. I went through a divorce. Actually, what brought me to the place of really paying attention to God was that I went through a divorce. But I think that is how God works with us, in that He brings us to a full stop, where I literally hit a wall. Went through a divorce, lost my job, everything went bad.
Was it a nasty divorce?
Yes, it was not a pleasant divorce, but by God's grace, everything is, it's all resolved now. So there's no issue, there's no hatred, nobody's angry with anybody. All of those things, by the grace of God, are resolved. But it just brought me to a point of asking myself, what am I doing? I lived a pretty comfortable life. I went to GIS, went to university, got a job, everything followed for me. So this was new, like, whoa, my life is supposed to go well. So that really brought me to what people term as a come to Jesus moment, where you're really asking yourself, where do we go from here? I felt guilty about getting divorced. I felt guilty about a lot of choices that I made. But I realized that all the challenges we go through in life are just like the crucifixion of the Lord Jesus Christ. They leave us with scars. I went through a divorce. It's never going to go away that I went through a divorce. Things have happened in my life which will never go away. But if you recall, when Jesus Christ resurrected, He went with these scars in His arms, in His hands, His palms, and He went and showed them to His disciples, and He said, "My peace I give to you." And I believe the reason He did that was to say to them that, you know what? I was hanging on a cross. Things were bad for me. They were insulting me. But you know what? I overcame. And therefore, whatever cross you are hanging on, you also can overcome. And so for me, the way I got over my guilt was to share my story, to let people know that, yeah, I messed up, got it totally wrong, but God. And so here I am.
Talking about that, if you had the opportunity, if you had to go back, would you have divorced?
I wouldn't change anything. If this is the end result, the cross is fine.
But if you were a reverend minister then, would you have divorced?
I would have made different choices, for sure. I would definitely have made different choices. The choices that I made were not made in consultation with God, and I didn't know God the way I do now. So it would just have been different choices altogether. I don't even think we would have come to the place of considering a divorce.
You'd have solved it.
I would have made different choices.